Hi, welcome to the Stockinit Zombies. I'm Amy, also known as Jane Itma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It, and this is episode 170. We made it out of the 160s.
Okay, next goal is 200.
The next markable goal, or?
No, just like, gosh, if we can make it to 200, is that when we go, it's official? I don't know. You know, I think for most TV shows, that's like 100 is like we did a lot, you know. But when you're only doing 22 episodes a season, that takes a while.
Feels like 200 deserves like a cake or something. Maybe a pie. I could go for a pie.
All right.
We're gonna put down plastic and
no
pie in the face.
No. I actually want to eat.
Oh, okay.
So
that'd make for a great podcast.
No.
I'm eating pie on the podcast.
We give each other like a cupcake that says Happy 200, and then eat our cupcakes or something.
Yeah. But except I like pie better than cupcakes.
Damn it.
I know.
You have to be difficult.
I do have to be difficult. You had an exciting weekend?
Beyond. So, I've been super busy at work and feeling, I don't know, not frazzled, but, you know, just like, I can't get to places that I need to be on time because I'm working on this, or somebody called me into their office, and yeah, so work is feeling great, you know, like, I'm busy, I'm needed, I'm wanted, we're getting things done, but then you get home and you're like, gosh, where did the time go? Before I know it, it's bedtime, and the kid, you know.
Yeah.
So what I did on the spur of the moment was I signed us up to go to the Water Park of America. So when you stay the night there, basically you get 2 water park passes, because you get them the day of your arrival and the day of your departure. So it basically paid for the whole shebang by getting the use of them on the 2 different days. Because I think it was, definitely quite the deal. So we stayed up in the cities last night and had, like, I forget what we did for the first, I think it was like 5 hours of water parking yesterday, and then another 2.5, 3 this morning. And then the long drive home, it's only an hour, but felt like a long drive home. And, I'm wiped out. It's like Mom was not built for water parks anymore.
Those water parks can be very tiring.
I think also that since it was a short window, we felt like we had to really, you know, live it up. Went to Pizza Luce, yum yum, for dinner Saturday night, and the kids really enjoyed it, and Justin even tried our blue dog pizza that had arugula and blue cheese, and the unusual pizza, but it had bacon on it, so bacon makes everything better.
Truth.
Yes, it was good. And then we ordered them their standard pizza, and they liked it, but Justin wanted to try ours, and yeah. It was good. A lot of calories consumed, but a lot burned. So I'm feeling a little hungry this evening.
Yeah, you can get that metabolism all ramped up. And I've got people in my new work area signed up to do the Healthy Human Race here in Rochester in August. And so I've been trying to up my running mileage this weekend. Yep, it was beautiful here yesterday. But then today it was kind of rainy.
We drove down in, it was so funny, Lucy took a nap and then she woke up and we were saying how, you missed all the rain. She's like, what? I'm like, yeah, it was raining really hard. She's like, was it raining cats and dogs? And I said, yes, and lizards and tigers, and she's like, no, I meant, was it raining really hard? Yes. Apparently I am not allowed to elaborate. she had gotten these lizards at the arcade at the Water Park of America. Lots of little lizards. And they're like her new favorite little thing to play with. And so I thought it was funny that I said lizards. And no, not funny.
Parents aren't allowed to be funny. Come on.
Or be silly.
We went down and checked out Grand Rounds, which is the new brew pub here in Rochester, Friday after work. Went to the new Cheels yesterday. Mm-hmm. Got some new sandals. I'm planning on taking a picture and posting them. I could have done an impromptu product review, but we've got lots of actual products, knitting products to review instead of just sandals. Mm-hmm. Daughter went to a butterfly class where we have 2 little caterpillars that are going to turn into, and then they made nets to put them in, so that when the cocoons, the chrysalises hatch, they it just felt like one of those days yesterday where I never got to sit down. I was just constantly going. Like Jeremy went here with one of the kids and I had 2 of the kids, or I had one of the kids and he had 2 of the kids, and we just kind of were kind of tag team parenting.
Yeah, I believe that one of the water slides was touted as being 10 stories tall. So I think I had climbed that at least a few times.
Yeah. When we were at Great Wolf Lodge, I was very, I wish my Fitbit actually was waterproof, because I'm sure I took 5 bajillion steps and climbed 5 bajillion stairs.
Yeah, I mean, it must have been like, because the hotel was only 8 stories. So I guess, it must have gone a couple stories beyond the top of the hotel. Which, now that I think about it, it probably did. It's like crazy.
It is crazy. And you had to climb all of the stairs up there?
Yeah. No elevator for us. The tube got an elevator, but we didn't. Because it was the big water slide. Waited in line a long time for that one. And my son really liked it. He's like, well, it was worth it, wasn't it, Mom? And I'm like, well, okay, yeah, it was totally worth it.
Totally worth it.
And he was talking about how much he liked it, but then in the morning, there was a much shorter line, so we went on it again as a whole family, because daughter did not want to try it last night. And so we tried it all again as a whole family, and the line was a lot shorter. And that's a lot of stairs. Mm-hmm. But it was a really long ride because it went the whole, the whole way down.
Yeah, so if you average your time spent.
Yeah, it was better than a roller coaster. I mean, I've spent, a half an hour in line for a roller coaster that only lasted like 30 seconds. So a little bit longer than that.
Fun. Yep. Administrati.
Okay.
We're going to YarnOver next weekend.
Yes, we are.
So I don't know what Sunday is going to look like as far as my family and birthday parties and whatnot, but we'll get figured out when we're going to record, and hopefully we'll have all kinds of stories to tell and classes to chat about, and people that we saw and goodies from the market, and we will have some brand new swag. Both Amy and I have flashed said brand new swag in our Instagram feeds, but haven't called attention directly to it.
Oh, okay, yes.
I saw it on one of your pictures. So, yeah, make sure you hit us up and you will get to see brand new swag and have some yourself. And, I really like YarnOver. I think that I could probably take the video camera with us, like the night of the keynote speaker, and just get snippets of folks, and people would be like, oh my gosh, you guys had a room full of knitting celebrities, because there are just a lot, a who's who of knitting. Yeah, you'd have to get their permission to get all of their.
Oh, that's right.
But other than that,
have to get on camera verbal permission.
Yeah, that would be okay. Okay. You're totally okay with this, right?
I don't have to have a signed waiver, do I?
Yeah. I'll just wear a shirt that says fangirl on it, and then all will be well, right?
Okay.
If it's from a fan, it's always okay, right?
I think that's why stalking laws were invented.
Really? People couldn't wear fangirl shirts and take pictures? You opened the Kupnitz giveaway
Just now.
thread, yep, and so that should be going up. We'll also have a drawing we're going to review the Elegant Economy date night set, and she sent us some wonderful bags and pattern sets and little sample skeins, a lot of the yarns that were in the patterns. So fun. Lots of giveaways to be had, and that is all of the administrati to be administrated.
Okay.
As far as I can remember.
Okay.
Nothing on the almost empty or almost filled up notebook. Cool. Yeah. What do you got going on over there?
I finished a lot of little things.
Okay.
So, I have 3 new zombie weaves.
And you counted recently, right?
Yeah, I only have like 23 things that I knit, and then 5 things from Q Mama. So if you would like Q Mama things in trade, I do have those. And then,
but they're worth double.
Yeah. Seriously, I need 2 for 1, because then maybe I can send Q Mama something.
Yeah.
But then I need something for me.
Yeah.
So like a hat. This is out of the hand spun that I made my socks out of. Just grabbed a cast on and made a little hat.
Oh, those were the Eugene socks.
Yep.
Which made rewind. The prompt for the Kupnitz was.
Oh yes, prompt for the Kupnitz is which sock would you like to knit out of the book first, and then I added the what stash yarn do you have that would be perfect for that sock. And yeah.
And the prize is a digital copy of the patterns, right? Yep. Okay. Whew. Anyway, so minis. Those were cute.
I should probably specify that somewhere in the thread that it's a digital giveaway. Oh, and then hats.
Yes.
So
Yay.
This turned out to be enormous. So this is like a super slouchy hat for a baby. So you get the little baby hipster.
Okay, yep, that's super funny.
Baby hipster. And totally works. Baby's got a big slouchy hat. But I apparently knit like the toddler to child size one, and because I had knit the newborn size in one of the other patterns, not Barley, but a different pattern of theirs, and it turned out to be really small. Like basically they sent me, I gave it to somebody for their newborn, and they sent me a picture of their baby wearing the hat, and the hat looked almost like it was stretched out to its limits, almost. And I'm like, the baby just came out. Like, how could it possibly be bigger than the newborn hat? And it's not.
Some babies have big heads. My babies had big heads.
This baby looked precious and tiny, and not in any way needing of
not
extra
like
big
one of
head.
my children.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. This baby looked like just cute as button, and it could have been the way that they put the hat on, right? They're new parents. They probably just gently put it around the edges and made me think, like, why did they fold the brim and put it on? Like, no, they just kind of put it on the top.
Maybe they were going for a hipster baby.
There you go, hipster baby with the party point.
That might fit my head.
Nuh-uh. No. No.
Yup. I have a freakishly kind of small head, but yeah, that's a big hat, big baby hat.
Well, now it looks really stretched
I'm sorry I stretched out your baby hat. Anyway, those are for
clicks for Kylie. Or is it click for Kylie?
Yeah.
So friend of ours, her daughter is doing a capstone project. And if you go out to Mini Pearl Girl out on Ravelry, it explains her capstone project. And if you'd like to knit purple baby hat and send it to her, you can be entered to win a skein of wool mates or wool mites in purple. And she does have deadlines and rules about those so that it's all part of her capstone project. And yeah, you're all welcome to go out there and do that. The more the merrier. And then I had cast on this one a little bit more appropriately sized baby hat.
I won't put that one on.
No. And this one actually seems pretty big, and I was a little concerned about it as well. But it's not washable, so I can't give it to the project. So I'll just have to save this for somebody who I know will take care of it, and I won't have to worry about a stranger who doesn't get special instructions from me. And it's not like it's a super bad, but the thing didn't say machine washable, it only said washable, so it's kind of like, well, washable, all wool is washable. When it was very cryptic, so I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to make sure that this one...
On the tag for the yarn.
Yeah, on the tag for the yarn. And actually, I didn't have the tag for the yarn, I just remembered what it was, and I looked at one of my old projects and found the ball and went, oh, ooh, darn, I thought that was washable. Or at least superwash, and it's not superwash, it's just washable. So I do have a lot more of this yarn, and so I'll probably make another one that's more appropriately sized. But I feel like, I don't know,
maybe one of the kids have a toddler or older sibling that would like a hat as well.
Well, I was just thinking as well about this hat and its size is that like you get so many things for babies when you're new parents, and
they're not babies for long.
Yeah, they're not babies for long. So like the kid wears the outfit once or the hat once, and you're trying to make sure that everybody gets equal time on the baby, and then
I'm just laughing because I'm just imagining this baby wearing it when they're 35 years old like me.
Your head is small. Like, I cannot get this on my head.
Oh, sorry. Where did you get that hat? They gave it to me when I was born in the hospital, and they just always had it with me.
When I realized how big it was, I was not going to rip it out.
I know.
It's a hat.
I'm just giving you a hard time because you know that I can give you a hard time.
Yes.
Yes, because we have... Yeah, that report where I can give you said hard time. But no, I'm just like imagining. Maybe like they go on to be like a snowboarder. And I'm Olympics.
That would be so awesome. I get that. That 22-year-old guy got that hat in the hospital.
Yep.
So I have more, and I will make a more appropriately sized one, or I will pass it along so somebody else can make a more appropriately sized one.
It seems appropriate. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Well, and again, I knew, I don't know, my prior experience with the other Tin Can knit hat that I had knit in the newborn size.
It seasoned you against.
Yeah, it did. It seasoned me against trusting the, same people, different pattern. And so I was just like, I don't know. I don't know if the cables in the other one just made it, look smaller. But honestly, the picture they sent me of that baby, they only put like, it was the hunter hat. And so that one you flip the brim and you put it on, and it's beanie, and it has a pom-pom. Well, if you don't flip the brim and you just put it on, you get like a cone on the top of your head with a pom-pom on it, and that's the picture I got from them. And so I was kind of like, oh no, is that too small? Like, did it not come down, anymore on the baby's head? And who knows, the baby can't even hold up.
Maybe the baby has a cone head. They do come out like that,
I suppose.
It's really weird, elongated heads. Anyway. It's the whole cause of the reason for the capstone is she's going to be putting together a pamphlet about shaken baby syndrome.
Yes.
So But I also have, juxtaposed to your giant one, a very small baby hat. It's not a preemie hat. I went out and looked at the newborn, easy peasy newborn hat and got the stitch count from that. So this is 90 stitches on, cast on. It stretches a lot. It looks a little shallow right now, but on 2.5s. And then this is the Miracle Jen, Amy's Plunky Plum, the leftovers from Amy's socks. And I remember making your socks. It looked really nice cabled, so I just made up a little cable-y pattern based off of that 90 stitch count, and I like it. So I have one of those as well, and then I kind of put together a little go bag. So I've got the rest of that, and the skein continues on, and some purple cotton and some leftover self-striping. So it's just going to be my on-the-go bag, kind of like they do when who has those spies have go bags that have like cash in different denomination or different currencies,
new identities,
Yes, this is my knitting go bag, and I was also going to briefly mention that Lee Meredith, and it was in the hot right now, has released that Lopes cardigan that I knit, and I get to tell you about the super special secret thing. So the sleeves are short sleeves, cap sleeves, and they've got eyelets around the edges, and you can put a ribbon through, and then cinch them up and tuck them in and wear it as a skirt. I just thought that was super cool. The longer you make the sleeves, obviously the deeper the pockets. And she has a really cool one. It makes me want to knit another one where, because you're working it, on the bias. You're not working it from the top down or from the bottom up. It's from side to side, where like the front panel has some different colors worked into it. So she just took different strands of colored yarn, and then the sleeves are a different color altogether, so the pockets kind of pop as do the sleeves. But yeah, go check it out. Lopes by Lee Meredith, and it's super fun. She's got a twirly shot right there, and I need to get buttons on mine so that I can take photos like that. And then for Miss Corey's birthday was today, and I knit her a Hito-Fude out of Socks That Rock in the Super Color Fragilistic colorway, and this is what's left over of a skein. I think I'll give her, she's making the barn raising squares, a sock blankie basically. I'll get I don't know, is it 12 yards, 5 yards? I'll get that out for her. But super bright. I think this is the brightest Hito-Fude that I have made. Did it off air as a surprise to her because she has knit a metric butt ton of Hito-Fudes and garments for other folks. So I wanted to be able to surprise her. And she, at one point, I think stated that she didn't think that the Hito-Fude would look nice on her. And so I set out to prove her wrong. And then she kind of gave like, oh, and I think I would probably knit it oversized. And so I knit it oversized for her. I really like the way that it turned out. I shipped it. It's there. So I don't have it to show. But I think I might make a go of like one Hito-Fude a month on 4 for 4.
You are 4 for 4.
4 for 4. Mom's, Susan's, daughter's, Corey's.
Okay, do you need yarn for me? I'm a medium.
I think you may have told me at some point some of the yarn that I brought in. You could knit me a Hito-Fude out of that. But yeah, I
believe I said a Hito-Fude, not one for me.
Ah, got it. No, I think you did eyeball some of the yarn.
Okay, maybe there was something that...
Not that I knit for you, but just like, oh, that would make a really nice Hito. Yeah.
So you mean I was shopping your stash?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think it was the purple dye for wool. Or it was foreign yarn for sure. But yes, lots of colors popping out of this. And very bright, very colorful, just like...
So she's already seen and appreciated and
sent pictures. Said that it looks, that it fits. I have not yet seen pictures of it on her.
Okay.
But she said that it fits like a dream. So here's hoping. I get to see her at YarnOver, so if the photos are doctored, I will I will know. But yeah, that was fun. I've got a couple more lined up, so I'm definitely gonna try to make a go of it. The year of Hitofude.
Oh my goodness.
But yes, I've definitely got a rash of baby items that I will be knitting. And I thought about downsizing a Hitofude for a baby item, and then I thought, open cardigan baby. No, probably not going to work. I mean, you could put buttons on the front.
Yeah.
But in general, they just, when they're not like up and running around, open fronted cardigans, probably not going to work too well.
I've made baby items that were for the, 1-year-old baby, the 2-year-old baby. Try to put the size with the garment and just be like, I know you're going to get like a million things for the kid at this size, so I'm going to try to jump forward here for you. And
I appreciated people did that for me as well, but then there was always the
seasonal.
The seasonal, and then the task of like making sure that I pulled them out when they were the right size, right? They got kind of set aside, and you just have to remember to constantly be like, it's like almost like a store, right? Bringing in new inventory, refreshing as they go on to bigger sizes.
Yeah, I know that for a little while, like a Christmas gift would come in, and it was like, oh, this is 4T and she's 2T, and so I'd put it away, and then, oh, she's 4T and this is 4T, but it's the wrong season,
Yeah. Well, and the Hitofude, and not that I'm in love with it, so I feel like it's seasonless. Like you could wear it in the summer when you're a bit chilled. You could wear it in the winter with, a long sleeve shirt underneath it. I just think it really, it really scales well across multiple climates. But
yeah, I was thinking about, I wonder what the weather's going to be like for YarnOver, because I was wondering what I should wear.
Yeah, I could wear my color work piece, but it gets a little warm inside.
I was hoping it would be warm outside, and then I could wear some of my lightweight stuff. Because I haven't done that yet to YarnOver. I think it's been cold every time. Or colder.
I remember sitting out in the sun and thinking, oh, I'm going to get sunburned.
Oh, yeah, there was that one year. Okay.
But, yeah, I think that was a fluke.
So, I am working on my Cabernet, Infinity cowl. It's a longer cowl. Once it gets off these needles, you would see that it's quite a bit longer. And I am almost done with this ball yarn, finally. So, and I have 2 more just like it, so it can be nice and thick. And I showed you the minis. This is just my mini go bag.
Mini go bag.
Yeah, I've got stuffing and bits and bobs, and apparently a plethora of
I know, I'm like hearing like, oh, you've got a measuring tape in there.
Yeah.
Like stitch markers and no.
Yeah. She's that good. Yeah, this was like a mini zombie kit that I hadn't used all of, so I think there's 2 more zombies in here. And it had my wooden needles in it that I couldn't find for the longest time. So it's like, oh, I conveniently put them in the kit and then forgot. Again, I showed you purple yarn that's in a go bag, as it were, for knitting those little hats.
I think the name of the episode now has to be Go Bag.
Go bag. Go bag. Go bag. Everybody get yourself a knitting go bag.
Go bag.
You've made me feel so sad about this.
Sorry. I shouldn't have put it on my head. I was over the line.
I carefully measured and went, it's only I know, comically different.
But I feel like mine's maybe a little small.
So like
I'm having like hat. Boy, this baby's gonna have to be a little towards the preemie side, like a 5 or 6 pounder.
Yeah. But it would not have fit my.
They come out in all sizes.
I know. Justin would not have worn that.
I had a 7 pounder, an 8 pounder, and a 9 pounder.
Yeah.
My 9 pounder, it was all head. It was the wrong distribution. This would not have fit my 9 pounder's head either.
Yeah, and then, see, I just, there's just not that much difference in these hats when I hold them up to each other.
It's okay.
Okay. I was going to knit a smaller one, too.
You're going to do it. It's going to be great. They come out in all sizes. They'll just pick the one that looks like it'll fit the baby the best.
Well, yeah, or you can just give it to the early summer baby, like right now she's handing them out, and then by the time the kid gets to winter,
by the time the kid is 35.
You have a small head.
I do. I regularly wear like young children's hats, like in the winter to keep it like the ear flap type stuff so that it stays warm around my head. So I admittedly have a small head.
Like, there have been times I've seen something that was labeled women's medium, and I go to put it on my head, and it goes, nope. I'm like, all right. So I'm on the other side of that.
Large head?
Yes, on the other side of that spectrum, because I have trouble with hats.
I saw you were knitting a cardigan.
I did. I have a little bit more done on the socks, but not a lot. Lot less of the little...
But a lot more now that it's not in my driveway.
Yes, exactly. I actually had it this week, so I did work on it. And then I have... This project, because of the size 9 needles, I get about 4 rows in and I'm done for the day. Like, I really don't...
Big needles.
Yeah, they just... My hands do not like it. So it's looking spectacular. Loving it. Loving the yarn.
It does like those cables.
Yeah, it looks so pretty. And I'm very, very excited to get going. So I'm on the part where it's staying the same, and now it's going to go increase again. So I've done the decrease part, and I am going to be on the increase. And then shortly after those are done, get those sleeves added in, and away we go.
And that is Cinnamon Girl?
Yep, this is the Cinnamon Girl pattern with the Jill Draper Makes Stuff yarn, Empire base. And
show us your ball size.
Yeah, still big.
Still big.
Which is good, because, if it was any smaller than this, I would really worry, because the pattern is written for the exact size. So if you were a bigger than me person, you would have to have bought 2 of these.
Yeah.
Or this one and a close matching single. Like hope that, because these are kind of like one-of-a-kind dye lots, it would be really hard to find like 2 that went together.
Yeah, you could do like the bottom band and sleeve.
Yeah.
Sleeve cuffs maybe. I don't know. You could get creative.
You could. But you would have had to have bought more than just the one giant ball. And so that's kind of where I'm at with that.
I can't go for that. No.
There's 2 different size needles for this pattern, and I put the other size tips in here, and I was missing one for a little bit, but it was at the bottom.
False
So
alarm.
it's all right. But yeah, that's all that's been actively worked on. I, spent a night on hats and a night on little tiny zombies and spinning, and a couple nights on spinning, and yeah.
But it makes you happy, right?
So far.
That's what That's what counts right there. Yep. Right there. Yep.
And I finished that whale. Or did I finish that whale last week?
I think I saw a picture on Instagram of it.
Okay. Well, the whale's not here. I don't know where it went. It swam away with the kids somewhere.
Keep track of your whales, man. Sorry. My son, Quentin, dude. He started saying dude for some reason. Dude, drink your milk.
He is the dude.
Yeah, and I was just like, where did this come from? I bet it was some sort of Disney Channel, comedy, situational comedy where there was a stereotypical surfer dude that said dude all the time or something. But
the turtles and Nemo say dude a lot.
They say dude? Okay.
Way to go, dude. How you doing, dude?
Oh, yeah, the turtle.
Dude.
Mm-hmm.
Dude crush, man.
Dude crush. I thought you were saying like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, no. Cool.
But you were talking about the specific turtle in Nemo.
Yeah, in Nemo.
Got it. So I've got the hats that are going to be on the needles. I have a gift, a baby knit that I am working on. I'm not going to talk about specifics. I'm not going to hold it up. I'm just going to show you the wonderful color. This is that Eternity Ranch in the grasshopper colorway that she sent. And I love how the variegation is coming out. And I also love the hand. It just seems like a really soft, nice baby yarn. This pattern only calls for one skein of the fingering. 100 grams, and so I'm really in love with it. I love how the variegation is coming out. Well, I love all the greens. 50 shades of green.
50 shades of green.
But this one kind of has a nice yellow and kind of blue that offsets, and then it gets into the darker. I just really love it. Lots of babies. Lots of babies. Not only click for Kylie, but all people are having babies.
Yeah, people at my work, it's going a little nuts there. We had a lot of babies announced recently, and so I'm like, I gotta get on it. Need some more baby stuff.
Now it's your turn.
One of them's got a Halloween baby. I'm pretty excited about that. They make a pumpkin hat or something.
I can't reach you over there. My Tyrannosaurus Rex arms don't reach you over there, Rexy. And then I am working on the peaceful pullover. I am, of course, in the most awkward place to show you my progress, but you can see kind of the cable motifs there. I've got quite a few more to go, so once you work up to where you've got across all four, I think you do that like 4 or 5 times, up to the armpits. I generally add length because I have a long torso. So I feel like if you're keeping track at home, small head, long torso. And this is out of the Madeline Tosh Dandelion, which has a little bit of linen in it, but is very much like TML. And so it's really that single plyiness is very nice with the garter and the cabling. And it's very silver in most lights, which I was not expecting with the Astrid Gray. Well, look at me. I am just chopped liver. I'm feeling kind of hurt. Yeah. Anyway. And that is the extent of my showable whips. I have, like I said, I've got plans. And I've got design work, and I think you might get tired of hearing about the peaceful pullover by the end of all of this, because it's just going to be the thing that will be showable. And it is a fingering weight pullover, so this is the side where I'm knitting on the wrong side and then slipping stitches, and you gotta make sure that you don't get off. And see, I was off here. So I slipped a stitch wrong and knit one that was supposed to be slipped, and Yep, so I just keep on referencing the front. I could put a stitch marker every couple of stitches that need to be slipped, but I've just decided looking is okay.
Okay.
And yeah, that is the extent of my works in progress. Would you like to do the review now?
Sure.
Alrighty.
Since you're working on one of the patterns.
I am indeed. So, Peaceful Pullover, as I mentioned, it is knit flat but then seamed up in the back from the bottom up. Maria sent these patterns to us, so I've got the other ones right here. I did not do my due diligence to go out and see how she was selling these. I know that you can get the digital downloads on Ravelry individually, but I don't know if she's got some sort of buy the pattern set going on. I will link you that if I do find it. I was drawn to this because I knit my daughter the Graceful pullover, which kind of started off, is the child's version of the Peaceful Pullover. These paper copies are nice, like magazine type paper. And they also have a Ravelry redemption code on the inside. So not only do you get the paper copy, but if you are apt to lose said paper copy, you could also have it in your Ravelry library.
So of the patterns that are in here, the one that drew my attention was this cardigan that has a lot of texture on it. That's the back. There's front. So the dark nature of the picture doesn't really lend itself to you seeing that texture, but it's kind of got like a waffle type look. And
yeah, that might be the best picture to show.
There you go.
Yeah, and it's got some pockets.
Yep.
On the front.
Just a good basic. I mean, when I look at it, I think of like, you know, a staple.
Yeah, and what weight is that? This is a fingering weight, which was what I just mentioned.
DK, but give me a second.
DK base.
Okay. So yeah, it's a DK. That was another thing, you know, you get a little bit bigger yarn going with that one.
The mill wrap here is kind of a poncho type, larger positive ease. It looks really nice in that cream color. I like the way that she has it styled in the picture. And this was written up for Knit Picks Gloss, which is a fingering, and it's merino silk. That's what this one is written up for. I kind of like that it's got a turned down collar. I guess I haven't seen a lot of the poncho type wraps that have a turned down collar. It gives it a certain amount of depth and also a styling. And then I like that one because I recognize the Infinite Twist helix in it.
Oh, yeah. The Crabtree cardigan reminds me of more of like a jacket or a coat, but it is in sport weight, so it can be worn more cardigan-like. But I don't know, just the lines of it. Like there's a line across the back detail, and there's some lines across.
Almost look like in sewing it would be a dart.
Yeah, like yeah, there's a delineated line along the back, and then the darts, and then just the way that the sleeves are cut. It reminds me of a jacket rather than a cardigan.
And it's very, again, textured. But an open front, and then it buttons up at the top, which I like.
Yeah, with a nice tall collar on it. And then last but not least, we have a cowl. The Kildare cowl. And so it is, I guess, like a kerchief. It's basically a triangle that...
Like a bandana.
But
like an infinity bandana.
Yeah. It is mostly cowl, and then it has
Yeah, so fun if you had 2 colors.
Yeah.
And again, like the way that they have it styled in there, that with a nice lighter coat, lighter pea coat, where the light color picks up on the pea coat.
And she gives a little back shot here too. Oh, I don't know how much of that you can see. Sorry.
Yeah, and so again, I will link if there is some sort of set, but I think that all of these are, I mean, it's a fun collection. I definitely see wearing it out on the town for a date night type.
Yeah, well styled.
Yes.
Yep, very well styled.
So yes, thank you to Maria for sending that and involving us and giving all those goodies to give away with this.
Serious goodies.
And we'll have a similar to the coop knits. What would you knit? And if you had any yarn in your stash that was calling for it. I definitely, the Infinite Twist Helix is screaming my name. Although I do like that Irving Cardi. And what was the yarn that it was written up for? Rain City Knits, and that's a merino silk DK. Merino Tussa silk DK base. Fun.
Yeah, I think the thing that I would probably buy in a heartbeat right now would be that wrap poncho, but knitting one right now does not sound like fun.
Yeah.
So for knitting something, I would probably do the cardi or the pullover that Megan's doing.
For sure. The rows do go fairly quick when you've got that cabling and the slipping to do, and then you have a nice
I pat his bottom and he decided that I don't like patting my bottom.
I am definitely glad that I am alternating skeins though, because I can see every once in a while there's a very light row. But yeah, this is going to be a nice positive ease because it's already got positive ease, and then if the yarn grows any, which my Madeline Tosh super wash, well, most super washes grow.
Super washes, yeah, in general.
Yep, unless you do things to try to tighten it up. So, yep, there's the review in lieu of enabling. I don't have any enabling to do.
I mean, mine's not yarny. I bought a mixel at, so I bought a mixel at the Lego store at the Mall of America. He's called Bernard, and he's got flames coming out of his mouth. And I know, that's silly. And then also the Secret Garden, that adult coloring book. It's by Joanna Basford. I went to the store wanting to buy one of her coloring books and thought, oh yeah, that'll be fun. And then when they told me it was sold out, I was bummed. But then they said she has note cards, and I was like, well, that sounds better because then you're only coloring something about this big and you're done.
And then it's useful.
Yeah.
Not that coloring sheets aren't, but I mean, to send it off to somebody, something that you hand colored, super fun.
So I thought that was a splendid idea. So I bought the Secret Garden note cards, and you get 12 of them, 4 designs, and so you can kind of color them up, you know, like traditionally one way and then multicolor the next way, you know, whatever you want to do. Because there's a lot of leaves in here, and I was like, oh, I'm using a lot of green to do leaves. And then for some reason I was like, oh, my next one I can make a multicolor rainbow leaves one or something.
Were you using markers or pins or?
I'm using my scrapbooking markers, which are very fine for doing journaling and lettering, and they're permanent. And I can't remember who makes them right now, but they are really good for this coloring. Felt tip permanent markers. Very fine. Like I have some that are 005s. It's really tiny. And the 05 and the 01, those work pretty good, but the 005s were really good for some of these lines. They really needed it. And I don't know if the note cards are smaller than the coloring book picture, but the note cards definitely, you need a fine tip to be able to color all of it. can't use Sharpies on this.
I like the tree one.
There are some super fine Sharpies. I should
preface.
Yeah, preface. But I mean, just your standard fine tip Sharpie. But you would need a real felt tip fine.
Not your Crayola washables.
Yes.
Yeah.
The other day I saw a review of this book, and I'd already been thinking about getting the book, but I saw a review of the book on one of those morning news programs, and they set the people down with Crayolas and color crayons, and they're trying to color these fine details with a crayon, and the one girl's like, this isn't really working out that well for me, and I'm like, well, they did say adult coloring book. Maybe we're using coloring a little too literally by using crayons here.
Little kids' coloring tools.
Yeah. So whoever set up that little thing where they were like, oh, it'll be fun, have the anchors color on the adult coloring books. It's like, no, I think you need like really nice markers and fine tips, and yeah, you don't want to be using your kids' art supply. On it. That
yeah. I'm sure that the folks that are doing like the Zen tangles and stuff have really good markers, because some of those are fantastic. Love seeing those in my Instagram feed.
Yes, I have a marker collection going, and it's not anywhere near what other people's have, but I was happy to have what I did have so that I could. I noticed that I am lacking in a lot of colors that I would like to use, so I might be trying to buy a multicolor pack here shortly, just so that I can use them for my new cards, and hope to see other collections by her. That's all.
Okay. I was just going to say, ZK shirts, if you ordered them, should be shipping out here towards the end of April. If you ordered them from her, sorry, I know the folks. If you ordered them from Acme. And the 5K will be closing down here pretty soon. And if you volunteered to teach a class, thank you very much. And we'll be contacting you in the near future. We just got to get the kind of signpost schedule items on there, the large group retreat-wide type items, and then we'll get the classes scheduled in. And I think that's all I had for ZK. Things are happening, as always.
Yep, and yeah, it's just flying by.
I know. I'm like, tomorrow it's going to be April 20th. Like, where did April go?
I know.
And then once YarnOver is over, it's just slippery slope.
Right
down into June.
Yeah, work has like this odd schedule going on, and yeah, I feel like I just got done with something and it's going to be ramping back up again here. Just not, but that's all right.
Yep.
I have my knitting, it'll calm me down.
Prozac for the crafting mind, right?
Yeah, can be. Sometimes it can.
Well, when you set silly deadlines for yourself and try to accomplish, a lot. Yeah. Yep. I hear you. Crafting can sometimes be stressful. But
try not to let it be, but yeah.
This is my happy place.
Always. We hope so.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye, Hoofta.